Testing. Alrighty. Welcome to Hearts, Haircuts, and Highlights Salon Suite, Projects and Streams, episode 13. Well, so a couple of things have changed for tomorrow. I currently have only one appointment tomorrow because since the morning one, let's put it this way, the one that I had scheduled for the afternoon always takes me forever. And I had a concern that the morning appointment, because of things that I have planned with it, is going to go long. So I told the afternoon appointment, hey, look, did you want to start a little later? I realized your appointment goes a little later usually, and so she decided she's gonna wait a couple of weeks. She's a school bus driver, so she's kind of waiting to get in before back to school anyway. And not only that, but she's like waiting for her hair to be, something about, maybe her hair will be healthier or something when she comes, because I don't know if she's done it herself or had somebody do it, but there's been a lot of bleaching going on to her hair. But anyway, she's moving to a different day. So I only have the morning appointment, but my morning appointment has agreed, to just basically, not only she's agreed to being part of the live stream, but, basically saying, she's down for whatever. So, yeah, we're going to do some stuff. There's some stuff I'd like to try. I might do the same colors I always do on her, but I want to try a different technique that I saw in a video. Oh, that's right, I moved... pardon me for one moment. I'm changing the appointment for the other person because I haven't done it yet. So I need to edit. The day. Put her here. Probably a good thing I didn't do that. Alright, let's get this in there. So tomorrow's stream is already scheduled for 9:30 Eastern. I've already gone in there and posted some stuff in the chat and in the description, some quote rules. This is not meant to be a how-to. It's not supposed to be, how to do hairdressing. It's me and my client, how the visit goes, along with any other little things that happen just for you know any little celebration or interview or whatever happens. But we're gonna take our time. We're gonna have fun, and I'm gonna fumble about because everything's different than it was last time, and that's kind of why I was glad she was the first client last time too, because I wanted somebody that if I was fumbling around, it wasn't gonna matter too much because I knew what I was trying to accomplish. Trying to find, like yesterday, I realized that when I put my tools into the one cabinet, it's going to be kind of hard to get in there. So I'm trying to come up with ideas for what to do with my tools, to whether I can move the chair or not. Now, the thing is, a stream can go 12 hours, so I'm not planning on having her around for 12 hours, but who knows? I doubt she's going to be around for 12 hours. Now, what can I do with this mirror to make things better? Because I was thinking I could move the chair over a little bit or put it on some sort of angle if I somehow angle the mirror. And I've got my craft wire. I'm thinking if maybe if I were to tie this off here and then reach over with the wire to here, and then instead of tying this right to the wall, maybe put I've got a drinking straw. I'm going to slip a drinking straw over the wire and then tie it to the mirror. That way it'd be like a little brace to keep the thing from that way I could have the mirror be on a little bit of an angle. I mean, I'm going to try it. I don't know if it'll work or not. So that it would be like a triangle where flat and then come out this way. So in other words, this part would be against the wall, but this part wouldn't. And it would be, put the chair over here looking this way at it. It's either that or move this thing out of here and put the mirror over here and angle the chair at it somehow. Either way, I'll figure it out. Because last time around, when I had it, when I had the mirror, the other mirror, on the cabinet, it was in this corner, going on an angle. So that made it possible to have the chair over this way, looking at it. Um, Now let's think. Wherever the mirror is at, that's where the chair's got to look. And this was the other day before I put the purple chair in here, but so I don't know what we're doing tonight. I went to the dollar store, Dollar Tree. I should say the $1.50 store. Um, After the grocery store today. Um, I got myself. It's kind of hard to see here. Let me. I got. It's the only one they had, but I got a cord for my glasses. Um, so anyway, it's pink with white, whatever these things are, little dot things. It's like two dots next to each other, kind of like a figure eight type thing. Yeah. Anyway, I went there for that. Now the stuff's in my car, but I bought a couple of bags, a couple of boxes of cheapy garbage bags because there's no sense. There's no sense using fancy garbage bags if I'm just going to be hauling them. It was different at the salon when I would have to try to bring the garbage home, but If I just got to get it to the back alley to the dumpster, you know, I'm not gonna buy fancy garbage bags. Um, and bring my other bags home. Um, let's see. I bought a one of them renews it air freshener things. Here, let's try to Google the things, or you know what? Um, let's see if I can find the things on DollarTree.com. So. Okay, I bought one of these. Just to have. Um, I got a little tiny bottle of Dawn soap, just for kicks. I don't know what I'll use it for, but um, it doesn't hurt to have it. And, you know, maybe if something's being a little stubborn and I'm trying to clean it off with something and I don't want to use my brush cleaner or spray it with other stuff. Let's see, I got... some of this coconut water and mango soap. I got one of these. I got this white one. I figured I could put like stuff in that and just leave it over the sink to drip dry. And then put my brushes, color brushes and stuff up here and let them drip dry a little bit. But anyway, I've got that. Came in handy because I didn't grab a hand basket because I was only going in there to get the cord for my glasses. Okay, you don't need to know my location right now. I got a mat kind of like this. I don't know if that's the exact one, but I got one like this. It's like 16 by 20. I'm gonna try putting that underneath my big heavy chair to try to keep the floor from getting scratched up. All right, here. Let me. How about instead of that, can I just find a location? Will you just let me click this, okay? Here. All right. Now let's see, what else did we do? Let's see, I bought a couple of food things for home. I tried some of their. They've got like the packs of like microwave noodles and microwave rice. I cook out of a microwave, so you know them little pouches of like 60-second or 90-second rice. I like to have those. I didn't try these brands yet, but I ate the bow tie noodles today, and you know, I'm not a picky eater, so they didn't, there was nothing wrong with them for me. Um, I bought a thing of measuring cups, the kind for like flour and stuff, because I got packets of Kool-Aid and a bag of sugar, and you know I've been meaning to mix it up, because like the grape Kool-Aid doesn't come in the can already made, so I got to measure it out myself. I want the grape one. I made the mistake of not realizing that way back when, and I tried to. I poured the stuff into a thing of water and found out, okay, that don't taste right when it don't have any sugar. I mean, I don't mind sour, but that wasn't sour. That was just, I don't know what that was, but that wasn't right. Um, let's see. Oh, and I got some Comet cleanser and toilet the toilet bottle for here at home. Um, I was just basically grabbing things as I thought of them that I needed. Um, there were some other things in that store that looked kind of cool if I had a need for them. Some things that I might get if I ever get some Shades EQ. I probably should stop at the thing tomorrow and get some. Um, you know what? Actually, here, 1 second. I don't know if anybody's watching or not, but I'm gonna put you on. We'll go back to this while. Because I want to look and see what the formula was that I did last time. Yeah, that's why. So, this was her. At that time, it was 6 years that she had been coming. And we usually do like a gold color with some highlights and stuff. You know, not nothing blonde, nothing too blonde. But this time around, we went a little bit lighter because I was trying out a video by Jamie Dana. I was trying to learn a new technique and use something new, and this is how it turned out. And actually, the weather was nice enough to actually go outside and try to get a decent picture for a change. I don't think I. I don't think I. I'm not sure if I actually gave her a haircut or not that time. Or if I did, maybe I used a razor. Because it's not looking like I cut anything between. And I don't always do that. So that's one reason why I'm trying to lay down the ground rules for tomorrow's video. If anybody checks that video, I've already typed in the chat, you know, the rules. We ain't having nobody coming into that chat and causing problems tomorrow. If I have to, I'll have her be a mod and she can reach in front and kick somebody's butt. Anybody tries coming into my chat and disrespecting either of us while I'm working on her, well, it just, I need to get a Nightbot. I think that's what I need to look into, using Nightbot. Ow. Ow. Yeah, subscribers can post links, apparently. However, they got to. I wish they'd have a thing where it's like they have to be a subscriber for X amount of time, because all that's going to be okay. Well, I've subscribed and I can post a link. Okay, I think that's Marie. I think that's my boss's wife from her first appointment. Um, yeah. Get off of here. Okay. All right. What else did we buy? Did we buy anything else? Anyway. Um, yeah, I was gonna buy this spaghetti one, but I bought these first. The stuff that they have at Kroger, they've only got like Kroger brand only has like the elbow noodles and the penny noodles, and well, neither Kroger nor the Barilla have actual string noodles. So at some point, I'm gonna try getting the stringy noodles. Um, but I have now tried these with some spaghetti sauce, and I didn't have any issue with them. For a while there, a couple years back, I was taking the ramen noodles and cooking that and putting spaghetti sauce on it without using any of the spice packets. Okay, and then I bought some of this jasmine rice here. I haven't tried it yet, but um, I like the Kroger brand jasmine rice. Um, what else did we get? Did we get anything else? I think that's all I got for food this time. I'm gonna have to look into. Oh, they had. I like the chili they've got, the canned chili. It's nice that it's still only $1.50 there. I didn't buy any, but at some point I'm gonna get some because store brand at where I work is now like $2, and that pisses me off. It's like even with my discount, it's still gonna be less at the dollar store, $1.50 store. Um, when I was walking down the aisle, I thought I saw this thing and I thought it said lentils as I was approaching it, and then I'm like, oh, it doesn't say that. I don't want no damn cilantro. Not as much as would be in there. I don't mind a tiny bit of cilantro, but damn it, it always overpowers everything. Oh, oh, Steph is giving me hearts. I gave her I showed a screenshot of my rules for the chat, and now she showed hearts. That's not bad. $1.50 for one of those, just a single. I mean, it's $3 for two of them. I mean, two for three, you can't really beat that. Other than, I mean, of course, you get two of them for four. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why would I buy a 2-pack of these if I can get two of these for three? I mean, that says ice cream. If it says dairy dessert, you don't want to eat it. I like the fact that they've got this here. They got loaded potato soup, $1.50. You don't have to have a special. They've had this one for a long time, but I mean, it's like you don't have to wait for them to have a special on Progresso or Chunky. You can just go here and get $1.50 can of soup, and it's Campbell soup. It's not it's a name brand. Well, I invited her to come join the chat. I don't know if she will or not. I don't know if she has a YouTube account or any of that. But man, come on, Facebook, quit being a dork. Yeah, I'm just looking for things. I mean, I've got the location right near the one we walked around the other day on stream. That's not the one I went to today, but um, now the one by the thing did not have the cold food, I don't think, but the one I went to today did. Um, the one I was in today was actually it used to be a CVS. It was over by where I used to live, uh, and was within walking distance. Um, I mean, technically, I'd say it's about the same distance if I were to walk to my suite to go across the street to go to the Dollar Tree. Yeah, but yeah, that still sounds fairly cheap. Getting five of those for only $1.50. I mean, I only recently, within the last 5 years or so, actually started eating some of them ramen noodles, and I was doing it that way. I would either I was either putting spaghetti sauce or cans of soup over them, but I wasn't using the packets that come with them. Um, the only problem is you gotta microwave the hell out of them for what 5 minutes or something to boil the damn thing. So it's like I'd rather get if I get them other noodles for $1.50, you don't get as many meals out of them though. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What else did I get or want to get? Let's see what they have. They had okay, they had some of these things that were like purples and pinks and stuff instead of just these white ones. I was thinking about getting those to put my Shades EQ in. Here they are. Yeah, they had you get like three of these for $1.25. That's not bad. And they have the little things where you can hook them together. I mean, it's either that or do the Lazy Susan, but let's see, 13 and a half, but okay, they're by 2 inches. Well, your store might have been out of them unless you're trying to buy them online, because I mean we're literally like there they are. Although maybe these don't hook together like the other ones. Um, those are the really. I used to have a bunch of these. I was like trying to put my little bobby pins and stuff in there. Um, okay, they're not showing the rest. That'd be one thing I could do if I wanted to use one of them. Will you quit bugging me about my damn location? I'm gonna hunt you down and find your location and break that. Not really, but you know, it's making me want to. Oh, is this actually a? Is this each or? Because I think you only get one at a time, but. It's a shame they don't tell you what size they are. Hey, well, can't complain. Uh, I'm gonna be live streaming tomorrow from the first appointment, unless something weird happens. So hopefully the people who come to join the chat behave themselves, so they don't ruin it. Well, it's currently 10:25. I'm sorry. It is currently 11:25 Eastern. The appointment is scheduled at 10 o'clock, and I'm going to try to start around 9:30, just so if I do that, then I'm hopefully ready to go. Originally, it was going to be an earlier appointment, but my afternoon appointment decided she's going to wait a couple weeks. So, which is good because for my first day, that would have been. It's too much to do. Try to do 2 appointments in one day when I haven't done any in forever, and try to worry about getting the first one. It's like I wanted to live stream it to begin with, and I want this to be as best as I can make it. I want time to where if I want to style her hair, I've got time to style it. I don't want to be watching the time, looking to see who's coming when, and because that's always the problem with my appointments is, suddenly somebody's coming and I can't finish the appointment. I can't, do styling. I can't do this. I can't do that. And that's when it's like, oh, well, here, they hug me and they walk out the door with, just blown dry hair, not styled or anything. So I don't get to practice. Well, here's the thing. As long as everybody behaves themselves, it won't be getting erased. So, whether you make it live or not, I'm hoping it'll be there for quite a while. So, either way you join, either way that you're viewing it, I appreciate you, not only being here right now, but whenever. Um, you know, I mean, I can't even believe I'm if you'd asked me, even a couple of months ago, would I ever be live streaming something, doing somebody's hair, I'd have said, no, I would never do that. I'm not going to let people watch me do hair. I don't want them nitpicking everything, but hey. That's the bottom line. Anybody comes in there trying to nitpick something, we'll have to shut them down. Um, I'm here. Let's look at that. It's right here already. Right here. Live streaming my first appointment after a guest has been coming to me for 10 years. That means I'm her hairdresser. Whether I'm doing it the way everybody else or not, she's coming to me. She ain't coming to sit in anybody else's chair. She's in my chair. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, the time is subject to change. Blah blah blah. I might end up getting late. I might go to a store or whatever. But she might run late. She's driving. She's driving further than I am. She's got at least a half-hour drive. Rules. If you come into the chat, you will behave. That's for the people who want to come in and be rowdy. No backseat hairdressing. That's for the people who do hair, whether they have a license or not. I don't want to hear them nitpicking how I'm weaving or not weaving, or I should cut her hair or not cut her hair, or I'm not holding my hands right, or whatever the hell they might say. I don't want to hear it. Constructive things where they're, might giving an idea, I don't mind that so much. If they actually sound like they're trying to help. But if they sound like they're telling me I'm doing it wrong and all that, I'm going to shut them down. I'm going to tell them, get the hell out of here. Get your own channel, make your own videos, whatever. Show me how to do it in your video so I can come watch it. I can watch videos till I'm blue in the face, but until this just happens to be the person where I got to try out a video on her before. Because I can't learn unless I'm doing the thing. I can watch a video, and this just happens to be somebody that I watched somebody else's YouTube video while I was doing her appointment. Or was able to. I had my laptop, I could watch the video. And we might do some of that tomorrow. She's already said, I showed her, there's a little, brief clip of a lady, doing, an in-salon demo for some people of, how she's slicing her foil, section, and I want to try that, and, anyway. Oh, and then the big one, now I have been on the hair forums and all that for 26 years. I have been the admin and founder and moderator of several of them. And it has always been my job to try to keep people with hair fetishes out of them. Because they're hair care forums, not for the people who want to, just read over the shoulder with their tongue hanging out. Or something else. So, yeah. That is a thing. And they run the gambit of, some people like ladies shaving their head. Some like short pixies. Some like bobs. Some like long hair. Some get pissed when you cut the long hair. You know, just. And. It's like, it don't matter what you're doing or what the person wants in the video. They're going to tell you, oh, you should have cut it short, or you should have gave her a pixie. You should have gave her this. Because that's the one they like. They don't care what it's going to look like on the person. You didn't cut the pixie. They wanted a pixie. It should have been shorter. And I don't want to hear it. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but Steph has already said she's open to, you know, some sort of change. So, now I'm not one to just go ahead and cut short hair on somebody. It's not really, you know. Now, my first ever client in a salon that was coming to see me went from kind of bob length to a pixie. That's what she wanted. But I haven't done a whole lot of that. I mean, you know, it's very rare that somebody gets that much hair cut off. I had some teens that came and got like the side shaved, and then the next time they came back, they went like further back, and then like, you know, further back, and then like keeping this like this, and then one went all the way to here, and then one went all the way around, and then, you know, it's just like, it's like every time they would come, they'd like, they apparently went to school with each other, but I don't think they necessarily knew each other, but yeah. But yeah, that's the rules. They're there right now. They're, you know, even though this ain't going live until tomorrow, but so yeah. Oh man, I can't believe that's gonna happen. Well, I can't believe it's scheduled to happen. Well, it is, you know. I'm thinking I might want to get some earbuds. The ones I had don't want to work. Well, I threw them out because they were not working anymore. That way I can hear whether or not the stream is going and all that. But yeah, this is she's coming again. It's the same one from Yeah, so she's let me cut it that short before. Not her. That was 9 years ago, almost. Now she's been a client since 2015. She brought her teen boys for haircuts, and then she had her hair done after that. At least I think that's what it was. My books are in the car at the moment, I believe. Are they? You know what? One moment. One moment here. No, they are not in the car. I can see exactly when she came for a visit. And how many visits she's had. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Well, she has been coming long enough that I have 4 cards that I've written. On the backs of these cards, I put the stuff. Yeah, so I have filled out 3.5 cards so far for her. Okay. So May 30th of 2015, she brought the boys for haircuts. January of 2016, she brought her daughter for a haircut. March of 2016, I did her hair for the first time. And then again in April. And then again in May. And then I didn't see her until August. And then again in October. And we were just touching up her roots at that time. And then again in November. More in December. More in February of 2017. More in March. More in May. More in June. August. October. November. November was just the first part of November was just a trim, because we hadn't done a trim in a while. And then a couple weeks later we did the roots again. We tried a different color, darker color, in December. Then she was back in February, March, April, June, August, September, November, December, February, April, June, July. Then I didn't see her until November. And then January of 20. And then COVID happened, and then I didn't see her again until July. and then again in October. And that's just filling out the first two pages. And then, okay, and then her boyfriend at the time started coming for haircuts. So he came in November, and then she came a couple weeks later for hers. And then December he came again, and then I did her roots February of 21, March of 21, May of 21, June of 21, September 21. And at some point here, she went to England for a little while to visit a cousin. So I don't know if it was there or the other year or whenever it was, but so yeah. So June, then September, then on Halloween, October of 21, December, February. He came for a cut in March, then she came after that in March. And then we started card number 4. One of the boys came for a trim. Hadn't seen him in forever. And then in May, the boyfriend and the other kid came. And she was there for her color on that same day. So, and then so when was okay so September of 21 is when I did that other picture of her when I was playing around with Shades EQ and stuff. And then so May of 22 they all came. Then she came again in July. Then again in October. Then he came in November, and then I ended up closing the salon. And then she was the first guest July of 24. So let's see how many times she came alone. Or I mean, just not counting them, how many visits she has had. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 46 times so far. Yeah, I can't believe that. You know, those first years or so, first when they come back the first time, I mean, it's like you meet them and you do something and they like it and they don't send you a message saying something was wrong, and then they come back and things keep going well, and they come back and they come back, and you're filling out cards, and then you're starting another page. I mean, just think about the 46 visits. Now she's one of the few where I was doing roots that often, so that really built up. You know, now that I'm realizing that, because yeah, that's quite a long. That's just. I'm amazed. I should tell her that. I'm just 47. I mean, think about that. That's her first visit was in January. No, her first visit was in March. March 2nd of 2016. So she's over 10 years. Take away a year and a half when I wasn't doing any hair, but still. $47 visits. Let's see, that's 120 months. Was that, well, 120 months divided by 47? Is that how I do that? I mean, if I do, then it's like, I mean, that's almost a visit every 2 months. So I didn't even realize that's how close they were like that. But if I could have cloned her, I'd still be in business somewhere. You know, The main thing is too many of my people they're like they didn't have any like roots growing in that they wanted colored all the time, and whatever I was doing, they let it grow for 3 months. So you know, didn't always see them. Well, if we can clone her and get my books filled with people like that, then maybe I'll get my plane and I can send it to you. It's like, you know, Jeeves, will you go pick up Ish Rose? If Rose wants to come get her hair done, you must go get her right now. Now! Bring the Concorde round. The the, uh, the private plane is not enough. Get a Concorde. We want to hear the boom. We must have the boom. The boom. The boom. There must be a boom. Boom. The boom. The boom. Yes, the boom. The boom. The bomb. The boom. The bomb. But that also explains why I probably didn't take her picture very often because she's just coming and getting roots all the time and just weren't even thinking about it. And you know, I might not even been blow drying her hair. You know, it's one of them. You know, get it done, give me a hug, and walk out the door type things. You know, with wet hair sometimes. Yeah. Goofy little boy. Yeah. I didn't start doing her hair until March. Yeah, so I don't have a picture of her here. Um, I wonder, did she share? I'm not going to look on there, but I'm going to look on here. Who is this? I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't have any pictures that I don't already have. Except the one she showed me the other day from way back then. Yeah, she's got a couple that I don't have, but still. Yeah, what did she say the other day when I what was nope, gotta go back further. I was making out my like interview type questions, and I was like, going over it with her, and I said a simple what is it about me that kept you staying or got you to come back the second time? And she said, your skill. And I said kind of humbly, because I'm always hard on myself about that type of thing. But I'm like, you're right. No one else has my skills. Whether they're quote better or worse than me, nobody has my skill. I'm the only one that can do what I do. These are the only hands that are gonna do my stuff. So. Oh, and she said, plus, you made it affordable as I was a single mom at the time. And I said, you've been one of my more versatile clients, been able to try a lot. And she said, I loved that too. I'd like to try that. That I gotta remember to try that thing. And it's like I didn't tell her to say those things, but that is what I was trying to go for, though. I mean, that's somebody that they're coming often, and I made it so they could choose to come see me instead of grabbing the box. That's kind of what I'm going for. What I've always wanted, like, I can't do all the fancy projects all the time, but damn it, you know. And I if it weren't for the fact that I'm stuck at a grocery store 5 days a week just trying to pay the bills, you know, it's like I need to cut back, but I need to have the people. Oh, that's Avon stuff. I'm trying to figure out what the heck do I have here. That's Avon stuff, but they discontinued that stuff. I was borrowing the other lady's station to take this picture because she didn't have all kinds of crap on it. My station didn't have this lid on it, so I had to like tape a piece of cardboard and a bunch of tape and stuff to try to make a flat spot. Yeah. See, mine's missing that. I don't even remember who this is. Might be Alicia, but I don't know. I think that's Marcia, my coworker. Yeah, that's Marcia. It's funny because she goes she's like, you know, she she's a she goes to church a lot. Let's put it that way. So what's funny is I put chocolate color on her and then I put red on her, and the number of the red is 6.66. So I'm like, okay, I put devil's food cake on you and some 666 red. It's one of the few times when, well, somebody's got their hand in their hair. It's not me. Hey, there's my old baseball hat back there. Or snakehead. I always would think I had the focus with the little fang lights in front on the bottom, the fog lights. So I always thought of it as like a big snake face, and then like these were like the fangs retracted with blood on them. Because that's weird. It's like don't mess with my car, it'll bite. Hey, look, it's well of brilliance before they added stupid lime and caviar to it. Idiots. And raise the price. Look, I actually had a few bottles of it to like try to sell to people at one point. Yeah, I once upon a time I had a little bit of a retail shelf. I was an Avon rep. I didn't I never wore the makeup, so I couldn't really sell it unless somebody wanted some already, but and then I put together some baskets once upon a time and raffled them off. Um, and then I went back to work at Kroger. The first time I went back. I did this haircut on this mannequin back in 2013 while I was still in school. And this is like 4 years later. It was I air dried it and it still was in that. I mean, I had it in and out of bags and stuff, and just nope. It's like a wet set. Until you get it wet again, it's gonna stay like that. The humidity hadn't gotten to it. I probably threw that out a couple weeks ago, and I'm kind of mad about it now because, I'm mad about throwing those out. Yeah, there it is again. I still get a kick out of this. The one time, I think it was, is that prom? It's May, so it must have been prom dues. I think this girl was getting her hair done by somebody else. But the funny thing is, like, this one I believe had the shorter hair, and I was using my rollers and everything, hot rollers on her. This one here, she had long curly hair to begin with. All we did was just gather that up into a bun and put flowers in it. Like, oh, I did a prom updo. This one I worked on, this one not so much. Now this here is Rochester Road, a little bit further north of my studio. But this is, I was downtown, like when I played Pokemon or whatever. I don't remember if this was Pokemon or not. I think I might have just been taking a walk or. But in any case, I'm parked way over here. And I walked all the way up here. There's a McDonald's right here. This is actually the corner where we were at the other day when I was walking around Marshall's Home Goods, and that's right behind me. Here, let's look that up. Okay, so we were here the other day. In that picture, I'm standing right here. And I'm parked down here by the library. So okay, and I walked all the way to the corner here to the pole and back. That's only a mile and then again, I also did a lot of like walking around back and forth on these streets too. that day. But so that's 2.6 miles just going back and forth. Um, but there are days when I would park here at the library and I'd go up. There's the old train trail here, but it's now a biking trail. I went up as far as this here, the old Paint Creek cider mill. Now it's something else. They just recently closed. And then this is Stony Creek Lake. Basically, it's a 6 mile walk or bike around it. If you go halfway, you got to pick which way you're going, because you're gonna go 3 the other way or 3 the other way, one of the two. So, need to make up your mind. If you don't want to go a whole 6 miles, don't go all the way to halfway. And then there was one day, after I had walked it a couple of times, the one day I went and I not only walked that trail, but I walked into every parking lot and back. So it's like I went from here all the way to here, came back out, went here, went all the way back through here and came out. Went around this one and came back out and did the trail here. And then the next day, I went back and did just the regular trail with my girlfriend at the time. So that's I don't know, almost 30 miles in 2 days. That was during the COVID year. I couldn't go to the salon, so it's like when I had a day off, I had a day off, and she'd be working. And then after that, I got a bike. Got my fat 200 and something pound, 250-pound butt on a bike, and over time I did at least 100 miles on it, very slowly. Them hills are not easy when you're heavy. Even just small inclines are not easy. They're just. But I did what I could. You know. Anyway, I'm gonna have to call this for the night because the morning comes quick and I gotta be awake for that. So I'm gonna get some sleep. I don't want to screw anything up because I'm tired. That ain't gonna do anybody any good if I screw up because we're tired, right? But look at him. Yeah. Yep. Thanks for joining back in. Good to see you again. And I don't necessarily keep cards for when people are joining chat, but if I did, you'd have quite a few visits now. Okay, so we're going to turn me off of there, and let's get this set on here, just so I remember to have that one on for tomorrow. So yes, in about 9 hours, we're going to be going live with that appointment. Now, hopefully I won't have to edit anything out. I mean, if she talks about something, private, family-wise or something, and she, I might need to go back in and edit that out or something, but, Fingers crossed that nobody causes any problems in the chat. Because I'd like to be able to have the chat available for people to use it. But Now, if this was going live on my phone, I'd have a lot more viewers, but because them phone chats, they blow up compared to these streams. But anyway, thank you all for joining in. Thank you, Esha Rose, for coming back. Hello to Daniel and Freebird and Serena and Potato and everybody else who might be watching at some point. And so, thank you all for watching. Hope everybody has a good night and a good day. And hope to see you all in the next one that you are able to make it to, whether it's a live one or not. Wishing you all no tangles. Keep shining. And bye-bye for now.